Kubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Kipat ba nong tap vote akilai tli ki constituency kata ka mauring keneng mau plang bat Rajabala kiladap bat ai ka rai halor ka job karem jong ki khat lai ngot ki kertong ki blation Mynta ke election chiteng samoy ka janmit si sajjan abakren chi kinong tho khubor chief electoral officer ka jela ba FR korkongor lai thu ba Haduh ka por sarmaji janmit ki Jingthep vote Rajabala ka lakot cha khandai point nreulai percent kat ba mauring keneng ka long nyop sau point nreu khandai percent bat mau plang nyup san point khandai 9%. Hinrei uba khar ko ngor ulaong magani ki jingkhen gala banang kieu namar ki dang up ki kai phot ki ba company ni ki nong pnya election kamtam na mauring kreng bat mau plang. La ban kdo ba ki Jingthep vote kelas dang na do ko por nyu bjem step haki shispa ru pratli ki Jakarta vote haki te ki constituency.
Print as well as the electronic media. I have with me the additional CEO, Mr. Maulong, Mr. Reddy, who is the police nodal officer, and my team from the office of the CEO. So today, the polls in the three constituencies of Mauring Kneng, Mauplang, and Rajabala have been conducted smoothly. Of course, we still are, awaiting the full reports from a few of the polling stations, but as per the 5 p.m. report, the polling percentage stands at 74.69 for Mauring Kneng, 75.97 for Mauplang, and 90.63 for Rajabala. Of course, we are still waiting for the information from a few of the polling stations in East Khasi Hills district. I'm covering both. Covering both Mauplang as well as Mauring Kneng. During the polls, we saw a good and enthusiastic participation from both the senior citizens, the middle-aged, and also the first-time voters. In fact, some of the first-time voters also received the first-time voter certificates, and also we'd like to share with you that the COVID-19 arrangements were also in place in all the polling stations. We had the nodal health workers, and also there was use of all the various COVID-19 accessories like hand gloves. Like those disposable gloves to press the EVM, as well as sanitizers outside the polling stations, and also thermal scanner, and also to a large extent social distancing was also maintained to a large extent. Coming to the machines, we had very negligible malfunction. Only 6 VVPATs had to be changed, 3 in East Khasi Hills district and 3 in Rajabala. So 2 in Mauplang and 1 in Mauring Kneng. So almost rate of machine malfunction this time, and this time we have used the M3 variety of the EVMs, and the machines that were changed also and that were malfunctioning were the VVPATs and not the CU and the BU. Wherever there was a malfunction, the quick response team was there to get those machines changed. Apart from that, we are now getting ready for the counting once all the polling stations come back, once we get the final figures. And I would like to inform you that there were total 168 polling stations that went into the polls today. and with an electorate of about 1,02,695. So we are expecting that the polling percentage will go up because these are only the 5 p.m. Figures. We are expecting that the polling percentage will go up once we get the final figures from about less than 20 polling stations. So once we get these final figures, I'm sure that the polling percentages will also go up. So this in brief is the overall report of the polling that was held today. So at Latmoring, the polling is still going on, and as per the report of the DC, all measures are being taken to ensure that all those who are in the queue will be able to exercise their franchise. So that is one of the polling stations that we are still awaiting, apart from a few others. In 2018, the polling percentage for Maurangkeneng was 85.50, for Mauplang it was 88.68, and for Rajabala it was 93.39. We had about 29 polling stations which were vulnerable under Rajabala, but as per the reports we have received, there was no untoward incident, and polling went on very smoothly. Yes, from the law and order point of view, polling was very peaceful, and there was enthusiastic participation from the voters, as I just mentioned, from senior citizens, from the young first-time voters, as well as the younger adults. The polling went off very enthusiastically, and as just mentioned by one of your colleagues, large queues have been seen in almost all polling stations. That has been, in fact, that complaint came, I think, in Tura from the Congress, and prompt action was taken by the Deputy Commissioner and also by the returning officer. They have immediately issued an order to all the sector officers and all the presiding officers to prohibit the use of mobile phones. In fact, when we were doing webcasting, when we saw that one of the presiding officers had inadvertently brought the mobile phone, in fact, instructions were given by members of my team to the presiding officer that is not allowed, and that was complied. Well, I have not received any official report to that extent, but in case there was, we would have taken prompt action. And
any seizure?
Seizure was there of liquor to the tune of about 1,55,000, and also actually mainly it was liquor. The police nodal officer is here, Mr. Reddy. He can also talk about
liquor, country-made liquor as well as Indian-made foreign liquor to the tune of 1,72,920 rupees was seized, and 5 grams of heroin was also seized in Tura. This is all. No cash was seized.
Any seizure today?
No.
Let's take cognizance of, the first priority is the free and fair polling, safe polling. So we always take cognizance of whatever, apprehensions are there. And from the police also, when we had a review meeting with the DC and the SPs 2 days ago, it was informed that all the law and order arrangements would be, tightened, like long-range patrolling, LRPs, area domination, intensive surveillance. So all these steps were duly taken by the police, and I think that also is to instill confidence in the hearts and minds of the voters. This is a superior, security feature. So these are the essential differences. There are other, more technical differences, but this is the most, the most essential differences that are there. And this UADM is a very important feature because any one who tries to tamper, it will go to reset mode. So these are the few features, in brief, which are the main, highlights of the newly improved M3 variety. Polling percentage so far is about 80.43. So this is likely to go up because we are still yet to get report from about less than 20 polling stations. So we anticipate that the polling figures, especially in East Khasiels, it will go up. And 90.63% in Rajabala. That is the 5 p.m. figures.